Real estate and flexibility are two words we often hear used together, but is that really true? In today's video, we're talking about the daily schedule of successful real estate agents. And I promise you, every successful agent, whether they're selling 15 homes a year or 100 homes a year, they follow a daily schedule. So let's get into it. What type of daily schedule should you be following as a real estate agent in order to be successful? There is no one size fits all. I'm going to share my daily schedule with you all today. It's what works for me. It's been refined over the years depending on what my other demands are. But the point of a daily schedule is really to find what works for you and block your time out so that you aren't at the end of the day going, I was really busy today, but I didn't really get much done. There are certain tasks that you need to do on a daily basis to move the needle forward in your business. And life has a way of getting in the way if you don't have those blocked out of you're taking care of certain items at a certain time every single day. It doesn't mean that you can't have flexibility. You can. The schedule actually is what allows you to have some flexibility because you know that the items that you absolutely have to get taken care of are going to get done as well. My schedule always starts the evening before, and I always take 10 or 15 minutes every evening the day before to plan out my schedule, mainly so that I know what the items are that I absolutely have to get done. I call those my non-negotiables. Some people refer to them as a power list. Whatever works for you, you should have a list of items that absolutely, without fail, have to get done the following day. And I do this the night before because in the morning, I want to get up and hit the ground running. I don't want to waste time thinking about what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I already want to know. And it only takes me 10 or 15 minutes the evening before because on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, depending on what's going on, I also sit down and plan out my week. There are always going to be certain things that you know you have to accomplish both on a daily and a weekly basis. So if you take a little time on a Sunday and plan out your week, you're already starting to fill in those time slots so that you know what you should be doing and when you should be doing it. My day starts every day at 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up and I immediately work out first thing. There's two reasons for that. I used to work out in the afternoon and somehow it would always get pushed to the side and not get done. So over time, that really took a toll on my health. I gained some weight that I really didn't want to gain. And I realized that I just needed to take care of working out first thing in the morning. The second benefit to that is it really clears my head and it gives me a lot of energy to take on the day. So that wasn't even a planned benefit, but I really like that it gets me awake. I'm not having coffee to try to wake up. I'm getting myself walking or I'm doing some HIIT workouts just to get the juices flowing and start my day on a positive note. That takes me from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., that's when I tackle that list of non-negotiables that I made the night before. And the reason that I take care of those first thing in the morning is that's when I'm most alert. It's when I'm on top of my game. And most of the time it has things in it that I don't really want to do. I just need to do them. So I'd rather just get them knocked out of the way and taken care of for the day. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I focus on work that needs to be done for my current clients. This could be searching the MLS or for sale by owners for buyers. It could be responding to emails both to those clients or to other parties involved in the transactions that they're under contract on. It could be preparing a listing packet. It's anything that is tied to current business, whether it's going to be coming up in terms of showing homes or if they're already under contract and we're working towards settlement. I like to take care of those fairly first thing because I don't want to leave emails sitting too long from the night before, but I also don't want to get distracted first thing in the morning. So that's why I do this right after my non-negotiables. Once I wrap that up, Then I take a little time. I head out to the park. I walk the dogs. I decompress for a little bit. That's from 10 to 11. It takes me a little longer because I actually drive them to the park versus just walking them around. But it's worth it to me. That's something that I value in my life. I enjoy doing it, and it's something I want to do. So I build the time in. Again, these schedules, it's not saying that this is going to work for you. I don't have kids, so your morning, if you have kids, could be completely different. It's just sharing how the day is structured so that you can then take that and create the same thing for yourself based on what your personal needs are so that everything fits in with what your business obligations are as well. While I'm out walking the dogs, I hop on social media to send out happy birthday wishes for anyone that has a birthday that day. But I have a big rule of when I do this. Absolutely no scrolling on Facebook, no jumping on Instagram, nothing. I am simply on there to wish happy birthday to anyone that needs it for that day, and then I close it out. And I'll get back into that later on because I attack social media later in the day. I don't want to get distracted and go down that social media rabbit hole. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., I lead generate. And lead generating for me is probably different than it is for you. I work for sale by owner, so that's when I'm calling to see if I could come and preview their home. And lead gen also for me is working my sphere. So I'm checking to see if I need to write any notes. I'm checking to see if I need to send out any happy home anniversary cards. I will actually write those out for the entire month, and then I put a sticky note on when I need to actually mail them. I'll typically throw a gift card in, or depending on how close I am with them, set up flower delivery, champagne, something for them on the actual date of their home anniversary. But I batch those together. It's not something that I do every day. Same thing for birthdays. I will check for the entire month for my clients and then write the cards out in advance and just tag them so that I know when to actually mail them. So lead gen for me is a mix of different things, but it is something that I do every single day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It doesn't mean you have to pound the phones for 2 hours because I definitely couldn't do that and would fail miserably. But I do make calls during that time. It's just a mix of different things that move my business forward. From 1 to 1:30, I have lunch. Lunch is really quick for me. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat from 9 p.m. the night before until 1 p.m. the next day. I do this for varying reasons. It definitely helps with my energy levels and helps me maintain my weight. But it's also helpful because I don't even eat a lot, so I can just take a quick 30 minutes, have a little bit of salad, and then I'm off and running. So that's why it's such a quick time block for my schedule. And then from 1:30 to 2, I'm back out to take the dogs for a walk, get a little fresh air, and get moving. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., this is my networking and appointments time slot. This could be a range of things. I could be out showing houses. I could be at a listing appointment. I could actually be going to a network event, whether that's in person or on Zoom. I might need to meet an appraiser. I might need to go to a home inspection. There's so many different things that fall into this category. My main point for 2 to 5 p.m. is that's when I handle my appointments. Does it always go as planned? No. There are certainly times where I've got to take a morning appointment and then I will shift what I'm doing in the morning to this time slot in the afternoon. But for the most part, I find that it works quite well to have afternoon appointments. A lot of times that's what works for my clients as well because they will work in the morning and then they'll just plan to cut out of work a little bit early. It does require some flexibility. Things are going to come up, but for the most part, this stays pretty consistent. And then from there, I'm going to jump to I am physically in bed by 9 p.m. And that means I am then asleep by 10 p.m. And that is very intentional because I want to get those 8 hours of sleep. I have many years ago gone on the I don't need to sleep and I'll sleep when I'm dead train, and Don't do that. It's such a bad decision. We all need sleep. Sleep is good. Sleep, it rejuvenates you. So sleep is something that I highly, highly value now, and I'm very consistent of being asleep by 10 p.m. and that's how I'm up at 6 a.m. But you're probably thinking, what are you doing from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.? And while I'd love to sit here and tell you that, I shut off all of my devices and I just unplug and have dinner with my family and hang out, that would be a lie. Sometimes that happens. I don't unplug. I'm not offline until 8 p.m. My clients know that they're not going to reach me after 8 p.m. unless something was already going on. Of course, I wouldn't just abandon them. But in general, if there's nothing going on, I'm not negotiating a deal or in the middle of a conversation, then I'm offline by 8 p.m. and that's what gives me time to sort of decompress and fall asleep at a decent hour. Before then, though, I'm making dinner, I'm answering calls, text, emails, I'm still working, but it's more flex time for me to check off anything that maybe didn't get done throughout the day, which is honestly pretty rare. I'm normally wrapped up with my list by 5, but I do need to catch up on social media. That's my time to jump on Facebook and Instagram, comment on other people's posts and show them some support, and just make sure that I am staying current. I typically do that while I've got some type of TV show on that I don't have to pay full attention to. So it still feels relaxing to me, but I'm definitely still working between the hours of 5 to 8, sometimes 9. But it's more just downtime and flex time. And I think that's important to have. Your day is not always going to go, by the minute as you planned. That would be nice. But it just doesn't always happen that way. So build in some time for yourself, whatever that means for you, where you can be a little bit flexible to either catch up on things that didn't get taken care of or to just catch up in general in life. We all have laundry to do and dishwashers to unload. It's not like all we have to do is work throughout the day. I hope you all found this video helpful. If you need help planning out your personal schedule for your real estate business, or if you just aren't sure where to start, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment below, or you can always check me out on Instagram and send me a direct message. You'll find me at Amanda S. Davidson. You all take care, and I will see you next week.